Urban Audiobooks presents Section 8 by Quan. Prologue. The rising sun had just crawled over the grassy hills and was shining through the 4-foot-high picture window on the east wall of the master bedroom. The yellow-orange rays kissed Tionna softly on her cheek, making her flawless dark skin shine like polished onyx. She tried to ignore it, but the rays were persistent in their needling of her eyelids. When she tried to roll over, strands of her mid-back length black hair got tangled in her bracelets, making her wonder why, again, she just didn't go ahead and cut it. Too early, she grumbled, trying to duck further under the thick comforter. It only helped until the identical window on the northeast wall got in on the act. She had loved the storybook-like window when she picked out the nearly $250,000 house, one on the outskirts of Westchester. But now she wasn't so sure. Maybe she'd have Duhan trick on some shutters. Just thinking of her baby daddy fiancé made her cat jump. Duhan was a short and thick man, hung like a plow horse, and knew just how to touch her secret places with his tool. The night before, he had her speaking in tongues as they experimented with a position they'd seen on a porno. Grinning wickedly, she began fumbling behind her for the precious meat that he always rested against her back when they slept. There was nothing more exciting to her than that "he ain't peed yet" would. To her surprise, Duhan's side of the bed was cold and empty. It wasn't like Duhan to be up this early when he wasn't on the block, but it had been a while since he had played the role of a corner boy. He was probably downstairs making her breakfast to thank her for the steamy night. She was in rare form, if she did say so herself, and she did. Tionna snuggled into the thick folds of her comforter and decided to rest her eyes until breakfast was ready. The moment of peace was short-lived when she heard a banging on the front door. "Who the fuck?" she started to say, but the words died in her throat as the realization set in. Police. Very few people knew where Duhan and Tionna had moved to, but even the few that did know wouldn't be banging on the door at the crack of dawn. Though they didn't have any drugs in the house, there were several guns, and those would be enough to violate Duhan's probation and send him back to the joint. Tionna tried to hop from the bed and do what they'd practiced for months, her part as the hustler's wife, but her legs were tangled in the sheets. "Mommy," she heard her oldest son, Duhan, calling her. She ignored him and kept trying to free herself from the blanket. "Mommy."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?